My dear brothers and sisters in Christ, happy National Day! Singapore turns 55 today. And it got me thinking of how far we have come as a nation, and how we have, despite the odds, developed from our humble origins as an ex-colony of Great Britain to a wealthy modern city-state with all the modern conveniences. I also remember the many things that were beyond our control, globally, such as financial meltdowns and other catastrophic events that had negatively affected the world and, of course, our country. How did we ever manage to survive these difficult moments in history? There are, of course, many answers. The hard work of the people and the foresight of our leadership. But for us Christians, there's but one answer. Because of God's providence. Because of God's providence that we have survived and are in fact flourishing. Many of us sometimes forget that the Lord is ever present in our midst, caring for us. Perhaps in our mind we have the preconceived notion that God can only appear to us in miracles and other grand events. But in today's first reading, the prophet Elijah did not encounter the Lord in the mighty wind, or the earthquake, or fire, but rather he encountered the Lord in the gentle breeze. Yes, sometimes if we are a bit more sensitive and aware, we can also see the Lord in the most mundane things in our lives. Consider every breath that you take and every beat of your heart. Those are God's gift to you. Similarly, in our moments of great difficulties and even missteps, these are opportunities to encounter the Lord. In today's Gospel reading, the disciples had to experience fear because of the heavy seas and strong winds. And Peter had to fail in his attempt to walk across the sea before Jesus further revealed to them who he was by calming the wind and water. In the many challenges that we face, if we are a bit more reflective and discerning, we can see God's presence, loving us and caring for us. And even amidst our failure, the Lord is there. Just look at Peter, who was almost drowning. Jesus reached out and held him. On Singapore's 55th National Day, let us look back at the ups and downs in our nation's history, and also in our own lives, no matter how big or small, and see how the Lord has remained with us through thick and thin, not only to reminisce, but also to find hope in the future. We do not need to see someone walking on water to recognize God's presence. All we need is to be a bit more aware, a bit more reflective, and of course, a bit more grateful.